everyone. Right, well, I've got a lovely little project to do with you today. So I went to our local garden centre the other day with my daughter, and in the covered up section indoors, they had a big display, and it was full of these little plug plants, and it was basically a pick and mix. So I think they were, I think some of them were 8 for £10, others were 6 for £10. So you picked up one of these little modules and you just went round the display choosing your little plugs. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm just going to be potting these little plug plants up. Right, so I'll get some nice fresh potting compost. And I love buying plug plants. I think it's just a really good way to get a nice diverse mix of white plants for my back garden without spending a fortune. So what have I spent? £14 these came to. So the first one I'll pot up is a begonia. This one is called Non-Stop White. And I'm going to put them up into little 9cm pots. You just tip them out. So there's a nice little root ball developing there. I'll put them all up. So I don't want to put that straight into a big pot. Yeah, I wouldn't want to put these plugs straight into a big pot. I wouldn't want to put him into a pot that size because he hasn't got the root ball developed. I just like to sort of pot on gradually. If you pot your plug plants or any plant up into a pot that's too big for it, and then it's outside and it gets rained on, or you water it, and basically the roots just can't cope. They can't take up that amount of water and they just sit in wet, soggy soil, and you can get problems that way. So that's it. That's that one. So this one is Begonia Non-Stop White. So I've got my little labels written out already. Begonia Non-Stop White. Beautiful. The next one is a petunia, and this is Fanfare White. And you can see he's got roots coming out the bottom there. These are all just, they're lovely and healthy. They're not overdue to be potted up. I think it's just right. And I love petunias, but I don't grow them in my side garden because it's just so windy, and they're really high maintenance because they need watering constantly, and then you can go away for a night and you come back and your petunias have dried out. So right, what's this one? Petunia Fanfare White. That's it. That's him. This one, Fuchsia, what is it? Oh, Trudy Davro. And this one is, I think this is Trailing. Oh, he's lovely. Lovely little plug plants. Lovely and healthy. And I know you can buy, plug plants in much bigger quantities online. But the thing is, I don't want hundreds of Fuchsia Trudy Davro. So this instead of paying £15 for one fuchsia, I've paid what? It works out about £1.24 or something. Where's that one? And I love growing little plants on. I love growing plants from seed and just watch them grow. So this is a, I hadn't actually heard of this one before, so I'll try and pronounce it. It's Argyranthemum Grandaisy Ivory White. Again, lovely little root ball on it. In there. It's gorgeous day today. It was really overcast and drizzly all morning, but now it's got out lovely. Right, I seem to have misplaced that. Must have left it on the kitchen table. The next one I have is a Nemesia. I love Nemesia. Very highly perfumed little plant. And this is Wisely Vanilla. And yes, as I was saying, you know, you'll buy plugs cheaper online in bulk. But, you know, you've got to think someone has sown these little plants from seed and then nurtured them, kept them alive, not just alive, but really healthy. And then they've been transported to the nursery. So I think this is really good value. Right, I'm going to have to stop talking because I keep forgetting what oh, there it is, Nemesia. That one there. And I have lots of containers around in the white garden that I'm developing. Oh, this one is a fuchsia Southern Belle Happy Wedding Day. So pure white. I have grown this before. So yes, when one of my daughters was getting married, I was very organized and I decided to plant up all the baskets for the church and for my garden in white plants, and this was one of them. Happy Wedding Day fuchsia. I had it for years. And then the thing with fuchsias is, especially if you lose the label, once the sort of winter comes, I don't know whether you're the same, but you've got all these tubs and baskets with, particularly with fuchsia, that just sort of sticks in the earth, and you forget which one's which. Plus, they're not frost hardy up here in the northeast of England. So there, that's fuchsia Happy Wedding Day. Right, what else have I got? This one is a Lobelia Waterfall White Sparkle. So yes, I've got lots of, I've got old chimney pots round in the white garden. I can put some of these trailing fuchsia and trailing Lobelia in, and trailing petunia. And it's a little bit more sheltered round in the back, so I'll be able to keep an eye on them. What I'll do is I'll put all of these in this tray and I'll give them a good soak, because the compost is nice and moist, but the soil that the little plugs are in is quite dry. That's it, Lobelia Waterfall Sparkle. Another petunia, oh, Tumbling Diana. And this one, you can see some of the leaves at the bottom are just going a little bit yellow, and that means that your plant, whatever size it is usually, it usually means that it's taken up all of the nutrients out of the soil. So this has got a very well developed root ball on it. There we go, Tumbling Diana. 2 more to go. Now this is a Verbena, and this is Showboat White. I know I'm growing Verbena bonariensis in my garden. That's really tall, but I think this one is a short, stocky one. Right, I'm just going to put him in a small pot for the minute. And these little plug plants are not garden ready. That's why the garden centre had them on the indoor display. So if I had popped these straight out in the garden, I would have lost them all. We're still getting really harsh frosts. When I got up yesterday morning, all the roof lines were white. The greenhouse roof was white and the cold frames. And I thought, oh, thank goodness that all those plants are safely tucked in there. Right, where's that one? There we go. Verbena. One more. And this one is another fuchsia, and this is oh, I've got 2 Trudy Davros, just basically because it's so beautiful and I couldn't choose another white one that I liked better. And in the heat of the greenhouse, or if you bought them in the on your kitchen windowsill or in your conservatory, you can just really cosset them and nurture them and have fun looking after them and seeing them grow. I love that. Put him down a bit deeper. Right, that is it. Oh, that was that. Oh, great. I knew I had a label for him. It's funny, you put them into pots and immediately they just look so much bigger, don't they? Right, so I'm going to take the rose off the end of the watering can because I don't particularly want the foliage to be soaked. But I am going to water from the top on these plants because I want that plug to get soaked. And whenever you plant up your plugs or transplant plants, even if it's been raining or even if the soil, if the compost you've bought is moist like this, you really do need to give them a drink, because when you water them, what will happen here is the soil in the plug will become saturated, as well as the new soil that it's going into. It'll just become one, and then that means that the roots can go out looking for more nutrition. And as you could see, these plugs were very much on the dry side. The other thing about plugs when you buy them is you really need to get them into the soil as quickly as possible. If for any reason you can't, then I could have stood all of these little plugs into a bowl of water, and that would have done. So there we go. Really pleased with these. I'll keep you updated on their progress, and I hope that your garden centre has these little plugs in as well. I think it's a genius idea. So until next time, happy gardening. Take care. Bye.